We're back again with Candace Owens. This time she's talking about Justin Bieber and his wife. Probably going through some spiritual warfare at the moment, but let's go ahead and hear what she has to say about this.
Well, we know that anything that is demonic and backwards and satanic will, of course, be sponsored by Hollywood, which is, for the record, demonic and backwards and satanic. And that brings me to Justin Bieber, because something has been going on with him for years, actually. I never really quite paid attention to it. But with everything that we've recently learned about the blackmail ring, what we learned about with Diddy, people are starting to really wonder. So just to bring you up to speed, obviously, I love Justin Bieber. I think his music is amazing. Actually, I hope he goes on an Eras tour. But he was a child when he was brought into the industry. He was discovered on YouTube, super innocent, super young. What was he, maybe 11, 12 years old? So very much a potential victim in the industry of evil. We know that he was mentored by Usher. Usher appeared in his first video. And Usher, just in case you have not been paying attention, was also listed in the recent Diddy documents. Now, again, this is all being alleged, but that producer who filed the lawsuit against Diddy claims that Mr. Combs, Diddy, informed him that he had engaged in sexual intercourse with a rapper that was redacted and an R&B singer that was redacted. The mystery R&B singer is described as someone who performed at the Super Bowl and has had a successful Las Vegas residency. Well, that leads many people to conclude the person who just performed at the Super Bowl, of course, is Usher. And he also has or had a Las Vegas residency. Going back to Justin, though, what we know for a fact is that Justin was very innocent when he arrived on the scene, and then he suddenly went through a very intense period of partying. And on multiple occasions, Diddy was with him at the helm, and he didn't look good. In fact, they ended up canceling a tour. It was very clear that he was deep in the throes of something. I would suspect, again, I'm alleging here, that it was some sort of an addiction. And gratefully, he had his life saved, I think, when his then manager, Scooter Braun, just canceled his tour outright. And then something happened that was a miracle. He met and married, I think he had met her previously, but he very quickly married his very Christian wife, Hailey Bieber. And his world completely changed. And genuinely, I'm grateful for that, because you don't tend to see that sort of a story in Hollywood. Now, when you see Justin Bieber, he's not that party boy that we saw. He tends to be attending church. But as I said, we know that Hollywood and the school system as well hates Christianity. And two church-going people in the industry simply cannot be allowed. A few days ago, a person named Victor Marks, who is allegedly Justin's pastor, took to the internet and made a very unusual request. So just so you know who Victor Marks is, factually speaking, according to his website, he is a former Marine who was sexually abused throughout his childhood. And because of that, he suffered from extreme PTSD. He then turned to drugs throughout his life, and then he found God, and his entire life changed. Now he dedicates his life to helping other people through the means of finding God, people who have gone through that same experience as him, and people who haven't gone through that experience but also are going through things that need God, right? Well, he shared this, Mr. Marks, on his Instagram. First, there was a clip, and it said, "Christians, please, when you think of Justin and Hailey, take a moment to offer a little prayer for them, to have wisdom, protection, and to draw close to the Lord." And then in the caption, he wrote this: "I seldom like to post about certain folks in the limelight because of the negative comments that we get. Eileen and Hailey's mom pray often together for Jay and H, of course, Justin and Hailey, and our children as well. There are special challenges that folks in high visibility positions face, and also the enemy doesn't want them to draw closer to Jesus. So often, regardless of the material things or the accolades, they often face spiritual warfare that intensely seeks to shipwreck their faith, marriage, and life in general. So thank you." And then what followed that posting was that it was shared, the clip was shared by Hailey Bieber's father. So, of course, the internet has been going, what is going on? What is going on? And I think, by the way, that is all of us in the world wondering what is going on. It is so clearly some sort of a spiritual battle that is happening. And every time we get a glimpse of some truth, it seems that the forces unite and more evil happens. And I can't imagine what Justin Bieber knows as a young person that came up in the industry. And he's not the only one. The people that are in the industry that understand how terrifying it is. I can't imagine what sort of a pressure he is going through if his relationship with God has been strengthened over the years, then I would imagine that the evil that he experienced and the evil that he saw is weighing heavier and heavier on his heart. And so, what I would like to say as a quote unquote Christian nationalist.
Quick pause. In her defense, she's not seriously, she's being sarcastic. If you watch the prior footage to this video, she's being sarcastic. She's not a nationalist, but she's definitely Christian. Let's continue on.
To any person that is going through this conflict is to understand that Christians will stand by you if and when you are ready to share the truth. We will be there, we will pray for you, and the entire world, even people that are not Christians, will thank you because we know that there is something very sinister that is going on, and we are all suddenly being aware that Christians are being considered an evil because we are perhaps the only people, once we become united, if we actually unite in our faith, that could perhaps conquer a lot of the evil that we are going on. So yeah, there's a hit on me, and I would say very much a hit on Christians at large. Pay attention and pray. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Well, this one was a quick one, but I encourage you, if you'd like to see more of this type of content, to subscribe, share, and follow. Take care, y'all.